Hello and welcome to the creative process episode number 1. My name is Nora Francia, and today I just wanted to show you one of the cool things that I found in open source when it comes to this. And basically, if you haven't checked out Design and you are a React developer thinking about building stuff for enterprise level type of utilities, you gotta check Design. I mean, this thing is so slick, it's so perfect when it comes to that. Some of you might be asking, hey, why is this difference between this and Bootstrap and all the other stuff front-end libraries that there are? Well, the difference is that you have already an integrated React position to this option. All of this are already contained and optimized to actually include in React. Simply, you just gotta go, like for example, you just gotta do this in CodePen. You just import this into like this using the TypeScript. You just import the bottom, boom, right there is there in this case. So that is the cool thing about Design, is that you have all these nice features already included. You can tell here that it took a while because my internet is kind of like crap right now, but in this case it's really slick, it's really like clean when it comes to like adding stuff, and you have tons of options you can have fun with. So Design just released today, actually 2 days ago, their new 4.4 the new 4 version right now. So V4 is out, enjoy it, have all the fun in the world trying this. And if I'm telling you this, if you're a React developer, you definitely want to give it a try. Because I mean, it's really beautiful. It's something that, example, if you have something for tables, for example, you can actually just import an array with objects and just decide what you want as a source, and boom, you have all these nice slick features already imported. It you can actually have some options already also included to into these tables. The documentation is, I have to admit, it's lacking some of those information, but that's why we are open source community. If it is something that is missing, I would love if you actually have added some containers or added some more extra information. I will try to do this myself as well, but at the same time, that's something that we all have to be included in this part. So this is something that I recommend if you are actually a React developer or something that you actually have support for the open source community, and I love you seeing there. On our second story, let's make our developer of the day, and the developer of the day is Alvaro Montoro, which he made the most hilarious thing. If you haven't checked CodePen, do yourself a favor and learn it, because I know some of those people, like some of the people out there say, hey, by the way, all the programming, all the stuff that comes to generating things, or like, look at this is Homer Simpson right here, built all in HTML and CSS. This is just fantastic. I just don't know how these people, like how all these people do it. I mean, like if I screw up here, let's say I screw up here something there, probably, yeah, I already messed up Homer. You have all of the Homer's pieces in your screen, but I mean, it's fantastic. Every time I see something like that, it puts a smile on my face. How did this person give it, so much time to develop? And Alvaro Montoro, you are indeed one of the genius. So if you want to see more of his work, please go to this link. I mean, this is something that I think like some of the developers need to be appreciated more. And here's the guy of the genius thing right here. He has a lot of extra content here, like even the Duracell battery. He has all this, even like, like login forms. Check out his content, check out his site. I highly recommend this. Software engineer is definitely one of the top ones in my list, and please give it a shout out for him. Also, let's go to the next story, which is our dev article of the day. But and the first thing before I go to the dev article, I just want to say this, that Freecodecamp has been something that has given me so much. So instead of doing just one article of the day, I just want to give a shout out to every single person that has committed some time to this Freecodecamp. I mean, it's amazing. These are whole programs of a whole group of people have been together to give you a high quality thing that you can even find this in those $20,000 bootcamps. You can find this for free, and that is amazing. It always blows my mind that this community exists. So this is something I definitely looking forward to see more. Like, for example, you can even have things like how to crack passwords, but come on, guys. Well, if you don't know how to make your own password, this is something we definitely have to talk about. But I just want to give a shout out to every single one of these developers who took the time to create a nice, in-depth article to all of this. So shout out to you guys, especially Bo Kearns. He's a guy who just he's given his all. He's been part of the community for a long time, and I've checked out since my day one in JavaScript. I've seen his courses, and I've seen how he begins for in Node and all this kind of stuff. So he is definitely one of the guys. I definitely welcome him to the board, and he's amazing. His content is amazing, but that's not putting on the side and say that everyone else is not bad. It's actually good. Everything is good in the ears, and you can tell from the sound of my voice that I'm really excited about all this stuff, because these are little gems. No, really little. These are huge gems, a collection of it. And you can really, if you really want to take a look at them, please go to the link below and start finding some of the stuff. So some of the stuff are not even technical, something that are just like life lessons in here that can see like between the threads of life and programming. And even if you're not a programmer, even if you say, hey, I'm just curious about programming, the community is so open and so warm that you can even ask them questions. Hey, can you tell me something about how to make this thing? If you're an artist, please do so. We've already seen Alvaro Montoro's work. You can actually make art with coding. You just have to learn how to use the tools. These are just tools like everything else. And please give a shout out to to every single one. Just say thank you. That's the most grateful thing to do, and that's what I'm doing right here, saying thank you to the community, because I think it's amazing. And our finally surprise offer, which is something that I like to put as a surprise offer, but it's really not. It's actually free. It's Google Analytics for free online course. This is amazing. The time I actually have with this is I cannot believe this is actually free. This is something you would pay definitely. It's at least like a $12 course in Udemy if you have an offer from a $500 course, because this is just amazing. All the good things that you can learn from Google Analytics. And by the way, guys, if you want to make it, even if you're just a simple developer, hey, I just don't want to have the whole, I just want to push my content out there. I just want to know how it is. You want to know who are the people watching your stuff. You want to know who is that person, who is your target audience. It's just common sense when it comes to learning who is watching your window, who is watching your business. And then after that, having the opportunity to connect, having the opportunity to find what they like. And that's exactly what Google Analytics is. It gives you from the beginners, if you don't know anything, I take in the beginners, I take in the advanced course, and now I'm just going to I'm super excited to take actually like 360 and power users, which is more enterprise level. And also we have the needle nuggets here, that's Tag Manager, which is, I found it actually, one of my friends told me that this is must, so I definitely had to take a look at this and data studio as well. So please give it give something to yourself. These are skills that you learn for free. These are tools that you get for free. Please take advantage of them. Use this as much. Make your career better. And even if you're not a developer, make the career move to actually do something here, because all the tools are here, and I'm here to give you the shout out that you need in order to make that transition happen. Or even if it's just a curious thing to draw, please do so. Creativity is the most amazing thing we can get, and the more we share it, the more we get it. So this is Renato Francia. If you like this format, I'm trying to make it as clear as possible and try to give you all the links that you need to make it happen. Please give it a like and a thumbs up, and just write a comment saying, hey man, I would like to see more of maybe React or Angular, or maybe Node, or maybe more in-depth stuff, not general. Or maybe if you're just a developer, you want a shout out, say, hey, I do cool things, I deserve a shout out. Please do so, because every single guy, every single one, every single girl also every single one of you is special. It's actually magnificent, the amount of work that you develop to this. And even if you're not a developer, I would like to see your work. If you're making a startup, I would like to see your work. If you're artists, the technologies, I would like to see what you're building, your creative things. So thank you very much, creatives, for watching this, and I'll see you next episode.